So, hey, this is Bridget.
This is Erica.
And we're from Lights, Camera, Remake. And we thought we would react to the occasional clip. Usually things we've mentioned in the podcast, so you guys can kind of look at it and comment along with us. Okay?
I, for one, can't wait.
All right, let's dive into this clip from Solaris. This is the 2002 one with George Clooney. And the actor in this scene that we're focusing on is Jeremy Davies, correct?
Yes, Jeremy Davies. I really like his acting. I feel like this is some...
I feel like he was very natural. He was very natural with what he was doing. It didn't feel rehearsed. It felt like a stream of consciousness even when he was doing every one of his scenes. So I think, and also he just feels just a little off balance.
Just a little off balance. I feel like I'm just going to repeat what I said in our episode about how he does discomfort so well in this, and I hope to see a lot more from him over the years. This is the scene where George Clooney is kind of talking with him about what's going on.
There I am. Somehow there I am, and couldn't tell you how I'm there or who I am or what's going on. But before I can get to that, what's this over here coming at me? What are you trying to do?
He reminds me of when you see YouTube clips of someone on drugs and they're describing someone in a chair that is not over there.
It's like acting on salvia.
Yeah, there you go. The acting 101 on salvia, I guess.
I think that would actually just be more like...
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's more like he's hopped up on a lot of caffeine and a lot of downers at the same time. I don't know. He just...
Cough syrup?
Yeah,
maybe he had some scissor...
Yeah, it's in his body language and it's in the way he's saying... Because I bet you I didn't look at the actual script pages for this, but I bet you the script wasn't written exactly like this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he is definitely throwing a little ad-lib in here.
Yeah.
Make it feel more natural.
They're letting him do his thing as an actor, which he does excellently.
He is doing very well.
Oh, I see you trying to kill me. Yeah, confusing. I'll tell you about some confusing. How about bingo? There you are, and whoop, there's my welcoming committee. You dropped your knife, and it's a good night. And oh, by the way, after all that, I find out this whoever this get my first good look at, and it happens to be I survived the first 30 seconds of this life, whatever you want to call it, by killing someone. And by killing someone who happens to be me.
Okay, the way he's playing this, it's definitely showing that this character's traumatized. He has come into being, I don't think he spells it out yet for George Clooney's character, but he's basically saying, I came into this world and one of the first acts I did after being confused was murder someone. And that someone just happened to look
because they were
exactly
trying
like me.
to kill me.
Yeah. I mean, it's just...
clearly self-defense.
It's self-defense, but it's like a commentary on the human condition, the violence. And it's like, what do we have choices, or are we just violent by nature? I feel like they're trying to make commentary on that.
Oh.
Maybe I'm not reading into it enough. But for him, at least for him, I think the trauma is, oh my God, I got a second chance at a life. This is the second version of himself. And the first thing I do is kill, because I was being threatened as well. But still, I killed. He's definitely traumatized by that.
Yeah.
If he felt completely justified, I don't think he'd feel nearly as off balance as he is now. Because he'd be like, oh, that guy was bad. That guy was bad. I had to do something.
Yeah, he's definitely, feeling like conflicted, a little tortured, traumatized. I don't feel like I'm coming up with good words right now.
That's okay. Well, I mean, in any case, from this performance at least, I see a very unique performance. I don't see Jeremy Davies as Jeremy Davies. I see him portraying a character, and I'm not stuck on the fact that, when I see Clooney, I'm like, oh, that's Clooney. I keep calling him Clooney instead of Chris, as he is in the movie, because I just think that's Clooney playing Clooney, sort of, But for his character, he stands out, and I feel like these side characters end up shining more because they have so much more interesting layers underneath.
Yeah. Well, and I wonder, too, when you say that about Clooney, he's such a recognizable face which can be an asset for a film.
But
I feel like sometimes maybe there's a reason why you would want an actor who's not so well known because you want to create that character
Yeah.
from scratch, sort of, so to speak.
I think that's why we see a lot of famous characters being portrayed by what they call nobodies, or, people who haven't had as big of an acting career yet. Because they want that fresh feeling. They want that person to now embody that character. But then, lo and behold, they end up getting typecast again, possibly. Like, they're only doing action movies. They're only doing superhero movies, whatever. So, yeah, it's an interesting conundrum.
How actors get into their mind, how they get into the right mindset for a character, and especially one like that where it's like such a specific vein of energy, and like learning how to improvise, and I find it kind of fascinating.
I have so much appreciation for actors because, like, I couldn't do that. For one thing, if a camera is on me, like right now, I feel that lens just burning into my face. Like, I can't not think about it. Literally. So I don't understand how they can forget that, but also forget the entire crew that's also probably watching their performance and keep their lines straight and react to the other person naturally. And, like, I don't know how they can do it. I don't know how they can lose themselves in a role, but I can appreciate the work.
That's why we need good directors. Because that's part of what a director does, right?
Yeah.
Is, like, make sure that the talent stays in that moment, in that mindset, in that energy.
Yeah, but also your whole crew fostering an environment where your actor can let go and feel comfortable.
Yes.
Because there's definitely been times when we filmed scenes that were maybe either intimate or, like, very emotionally racking for the person.
Yeah.
And the AD or somebody will come around and be like, hey, this is a very serious scene. I want everybody to keep the noise down. If you don't have to be in this room, don't be in this room. And I think that's very respectable. Like, we should be able to do that for people.
Absolutely.
Give them the space to do their job, and they'll do a better job. So I'm all for that. But I got some stories about some intimate scenes we'll save for a later date.